strong winds over Johannesburg today eventually brought a dust storm to the city, and we can clearly see in the photograph just how thick it was. But it wasn't just Johannesburg that experienced these extreme conditions today, as strong winds all across the Highveld spread that dust from the northwest into Gauteng and Mpumalanga, as well as the Eastern Free State and some parts of the interior of KwaZulu-Natal. Those strong winds have been caused by the passage of a cold front, which is still continuing to move across the Highveld at the moment, and that hasn't only just brought winds to that area. Strong winds have been present today all across the southern parts, in particular towards the coastline. Port Elizabeth had winds over 90 kilometers per hour this afternoon. Showers have also been persistent throughout the day for some areas over the Western and Eastern Cape. For tonight, we're going to continue seeing strong winds for some parts of the coastline, as well as a few showers along that south coast. And later on, there could also be some light rain for eastern KZN during the early evening hours. Things will start moderating over the interior of the country as lighter winds will settle in after sunset. Calmer weather expected for tomorrow with mostly clear skies. It is going to be a cooler day up in the northern parts, including Limpopo, while temperatures will be somewhat higher in the west of the country after today's cold conditions in that area. A bit of cloud will start drifting in over the Western Cape coastline ahead of the next cold front, which could bring some evening rain to the peninsula tomorrow. A quick check of the alerts for tonight, and there are two warnings in place. The first is for gale force winds, still possible for some areas, mostly along the Eastern Cape coastline. And there is also a warning in place for high seas, where wave heights could get above 6 meters during the course of this evening. That's between Cape St. Francis and Durban. Let's move ahead to your rainfall map, and we see showers continuing in the south of the country. This region is in the process of clearing out, but there could also still be a few light snowfalls for some of the mountainous areas in the Eastern Cape. Light rain, as mentioned, possible for eastern KwaZulu-Natal, including both Durban and Richards Bay. Winds are going to start easing off as the evening progresses over the Highveld, and as we head into early tomorrow morning, lighter winds will also settle in for the east coast. But for the south coast, still fairly gusty for Wednesday afternoon, but we don't expect gale winds over that area any longer. Minimum temperatures, and it's going to be especially cold through the central parts behind the front, dropping below freezing for many areas, while we see an overnight low of 10 degrees for both Port Elizabeth and East London. Tomorrow brings slightly warmer weather to the Cape provinces as well as the Free State. Bloemfontein, you get to 17 degrees. Somewhat cooler for Gauteng and in Limpopo, but it's still not going to be too bad up in the northern parts. Polokwane, you reach a high of 24 degrees. On Thursday, there'll be a few showers returning to the south coast with the next cold front moving through. Partly cloudy and mild for Durban and Richards Bay, and along that eastern coastline a bit of rain reaches your areas on Friday, while on the Highveld it remains sunny and mostly warm.